Hello, YouTube. How are you today? So, today I would like to talk about a topic that is extremely interesting, and although I feel that I've been living this for a while, I have only recently defined it. So this is about loving yourself, loving every aspect of yourself, even the horribly annoying ones, even the things that you say, well, I don't want to be doing this, I don't want to be doing this, that, or the other thing. Even those, love those too. And I'd like to start off by quaffing a short little description that I wrote, and I think it's pretty beautiful, and I think it pretty much just sums up my philosophy in general, and I think it will really help to enunciate my point. So, human nature is the purest state, and it's not that we've fallen from grace, quite the opposite, in fact. As a species, we are slowly trekking towards the possibility to see what human nature truly is. When we remove the chains of self-hatred and control, and learn to love every aspect of ourselves, the true self emerges from the wreckage of falsity. Now, that's, I don't know, but I really just like that a lot. And tell me what you think about that too. I think I'll post it over there. I'm not used to this whole thing yet. I don't know which direction. One of these two sides I'll post it on, and just this concept in general of loving yourself and loving every aspect of yourself is just so beautiful, you know. And I really think that there are some things that you can't love about yourself. If I killed a man, I really couldn't love that aspect of myself. But I really don't know. I'd like to map that out and find out which ones are which. But for now, I'd just like to talk about, in general, loving yourself, loving every aspect of yourself. Now, when I say every aspect, I even mean the annoying bits. And why would you love the annoying bits? Why would you love the things that you say, well, I don't want to be doing this? And that's something I've been struggling with, because I've had a lot of self-hatred over things like weight, looks, I don't know, lots of silly things, like not living my philosophy, not living life to the fullest, lots of things, health issues, lots, not finding jobs. I don't like those aspects of myself, and that's really painful, and it really takes a lot of your will away. It makes you not want to do stuff. It makes you not want to continue life in general. So I really started thinking about it, and some other videos I've been watching have really lots of different stuff have kind of led me to this conclusion that you love everything about yourself. And so first I'll talk about the things that you don't love, because this is a pretty outlandish thing to say. I think I don't think this is very common, because I know there's a lot of self-hatred in the world. There's a lot of self-hatred in the world. It's very prevalent. It's very common, and it makes me sad. Very sad. So smoking is the best one. Smoking is my best example for what it is that I'm talking about, because I really don't like the fact that I smoke. I really don't, and I want to quit. Now, I've tried forcing myself to quit, just willing myself to not have that pack of cigarettes, and that was such a painful process. I couldn't do it. I don't know how people can do it. I couldn't. I don't have the will, and I think that's a good thing. So, I couldn't quit. I couldn't force myself to quit, which in the long run I think is good. In the short run, it hurt. It made me realize some things about myself, that I'm not as strong as I think I am. It really gave me a lot of humility. But the thing is that I love the fact that I smoke. Now, that's kind of weird, but this is where I'm getting at. I've been working a lot with my Mecosystem, and the basic synopsis of the Mecosystem is that you have different parts. It's also known as internal family structures, which you have different parts in your brain that are protecting you from experiencing trauma again, that are protecting you from experiencing these exiled parts of yourself. And one of these parts has gotten me to start smoking. And I've been having conversations with this part. And I'll go into my thoughts on Mecosystem and stuff like that, which I think is probably the coolest, most powerful, most helpful idea. One of the most powerful, helpful ideas ever. Definitely the most powerful one right now for me. Definitely. So, and as you can tell, it brings a lot of joy, brings a lot of real great things. So I'll maybe post some links in whatever direction I need to. But really just finding out that that this part of myself really picked up smoking to protect me from from other aspects of myself that I wasn't ready for at the time, you know. And now that I understand this about myself, that I have these different complex parts that are doing this work, I really respect the fact that this part of me wants to smoke. And now that I respect it and I'm not fighting it, I'm working with it and trying to find out new ways to get what I want, which is not to smoke. I'm talking with him. He's really not. I call him Lamb, or he actually calls himself Lamb, and this is going to sound all sorts of crazy if you haven't been introduced to the idea. So, if you haven't heard of the Mecosystem, you're thinking, wow, I thought this guy was into science. This guy's fucking weird. But the weirdness is kind of important in this sense. So I've been, instead of just saying, oh, smoking is stupid, smoking is, oh, how dare I, I've been really accepting the fact that I smoke for a reason. That's really humbleizing, to make up a word, humbling for me, because I sometimes tend to get into this mode where I think, I am the all-powerful philosophy God. I have done everything right, and I will always do everything right. And no, but still, okay, train of thought, back. Kind of. Okay, so, essentially, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought, but let's go back to the last point that I remember. So I've been having conversations with this part of me that wants to smoke, and it controls not controls, but it influences other aspects of my life too. A lot to do with social behavior, and a lot to do with lots of things. I'm finding out more about what he influences every time I interact with it, and a lot to do with social stuff. It really doesn't want to be alone. That's the main thing I'm finding out about this part of me, and it really doesn't want to be alone. That's its main fear, that it really just doesn't want to be alone, and I can totally respect that. And it feels that smoking, now that I'm becoming an individual, I'm not going to have as many people around me as when I was socially based. And so it really fears that I'm going to forget about it. And in a sense, I was on the path to forgetting about it before I started getting interested in this Mecosystem stuff. I really was on the path to ignoring it. And that would have been a tragedy. Really bad. But I'm going to stop right here because I have a timer now. And I'm finding out that this is almost 10 minutes. So,